December 15th, 2025. It's that time of year to start thinking about the goals, especially for your business. So you want to start at that 10 to 20 year timeline. I'm going to jump right into it. I don't want to waste a bunch of your time. And you come up with that big, hairy, audacious goal, the BHAG, as Verne Harnish would say in Scaling Up, which is where I stole all this from. So then after the 10 year, you do a 5 year, a 2 year, then the next 90 days, the next 30 days, and then this week. And those 90 days will turn into just a rolling quarterly. You pick a theme, and then you pick your priorities for those 90 days, one main priority, up to 5 total priorities for that time span. And then same for the year, just one main, and then 4 to 5 priorities for the year. And then you give each quarter one of those priorities. And when you're thinking of your 10 to 20 year goals, especially this big, hairy, audacious one, you want to think both in personal and business. So like your family, friends, your health, your spiritual journey. Then boom, moving on to KPIs. Net wealth is a KPI. You want to track your personal wealth, even if it's not so great right now. Like mine's currently negative, just from I have a mortgage, I have car loans, all that kind of thing. You want to record your revenue daily. Like that is the most important thing for your business. You want to make sure that you maintain that 50% or 15% profit margin. If you drop down to even just 5% profit margin, your business is probably on the verge of failing. So it's very important to track that daily. And you want to make sure you're actually tracking revenue, the money that comes in. The goal is to get 1 to 2 years of operating expenses in cash in your bank sitting so you can withstand kind of anything that happens in the economy. Oh, and plus your tax payments. And then after that, when you have that much money in the bank, that's when you can start thinking about paying yourself or getting employees. So that's the harsh reality about how much cash your business probably needs. And now I want to jump into another book, Michael Gerber, The Best Small Business in the World. This book was one of the books that truly changed my life. It's a very quick one, and in it, he explains just what makes the best business in the small world. And I want to cover just 5 main takeaways that I like to think about during this time of the year. When you're starting a new business, you should be able to scale it 10,000 times from the start. A good business will always be scalable. Even if you're starting small, you want to have that plan on how to get it big. You want to be able to scale it. If it can't scale, it's not worth doing. Don't start a business to be free. A business is born from the freedom you already have. Starting a small business is not going to give you any freedom. It's going to actually shackle you, and it's probably going to give you even less free time than when you had a day job. So if you're after free time, a small business is not what you should be doing. A successful business should be a school that creates more business owners. If you do get to the stage where you have employees, you should have systems in place to teach them entrepreneurship, and you should know, and your goal of employees, for every 5 employees you have, you should be creating 5 new businesses. Entrepreneurship should expand. It should inspire. Your business is going to become its own living entity. It's fueled by money. Money is its sustenance, but it is going to be a reflection of you, of who you are as a person. It's going to be brought into existence. I believe he says a manifestation of your beliefs in the book about the business. It's a very powerful book. Should definitely check it out. While I'm talking about books, like I said, Verne Harnish, Scaling Up. It's based on the Rockefeller habits. There's a little bit of like 7 habits of highly effective people. I'm just going to drop some like the 5. If you don't read any other books on business, read these 5 books that I'm writing down here. So Scaling Up, this gives you if you're starting at 0 all the way to 100 of how to actually plan out your business, how to get your employees in check if you're already at that stage. Rockefeller Habits, again, Scaling Up is like a sequel. It's like Rockefeller Habits 2.0. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. That's really how you begin kind of the journey of self-improvement. And it's probably really the only self-improvement book you need. Every other one is just kind of expanding on that. And then the 3 actual like business marketing books, Cashvertising, Play Bigger, and Obviously Awesome. These cover pretty much everything you need to become a marketing expert, in my opinion, after 20 years of being in it. Now I want to talk about how do you actually start? Like, what should your goal be starting out in your business? And I know I'm rapid firing you. I 2x this video with my handwriting, and now I'm trying to talk fast to keep up with it. But you can't, as Vern Harnish says, if your business doesn't make 2 million, you shouldn't do it. It's not a real business. I don't necessarily know if I agree with that. But Pat Flynn, who you probably have heard, wrote a book called Super Fans, which was based on an essay called 1,000 Fans by Kevin Kelly. And Kevin Kelly said, all you need is 1,000 true fans. Just all you need. That's very difficult. That's been $100 a year, and that gets you to $100,000 in revenue, which is enough to replace a day job and actually start you down this journey. The next thing is, like I said, that $2 million number, which is just insane. I wanted to give you an idea of what it would actually take to get there. So if your average cart value is $50, like our eBay sell-through is, that's 40,000 checkouts. That's insane. Even being able to make 40,000 products that sell for $50, like if you're a one-man operation, is almost impossible. But like I said, for me, 2 million is going to be my 10 to 20 year goal. My big, hairy, audacious goal is to start my own company that makes 2 million a year. And again, I want to put that into perspective. Most small businesses make under 50K a year. And I had to go fact check myself just to make sure. And according to the 2019 census, the average small business that doesn't have any employees, so this is the solopreneurs, people like me, people probably like you, they make $49,489 on average a year. And really, I think this is a lot of like the Uber drivers and the people who are 1099 when they probably shouldn't be, and they should be W-2 employees. So that's going to bring this down quite a bit. That's something to think about. But also, like, most small businesses just fail in general. So again, like, don't think this is why I don't agree with Vern Harnish on that $2 million mark. I think there's a lot of viable businesses that make less than that and that are fulfilling and rewarding. So here's some more stats from that census. Most businesses with 1 to 4 employees make $387,000 on average. And then in that 10 to 19 employee range, that's when you start seeing that like 2 million. But even still, we're talking like less than 1% of all small businesses make over 2 million. Most employer firms are still under 1 million, and they're just fine. So it's hitting that 2 million is going to be a pretty big flex, a pretty good challenge. I mean, it's a challenge of my life, obviously. So I want to bring us back into that short term, that 2-year timeline. And Pat Flynn mentions this in his book. It's going to take about 2 years of consistent daily work to hit that 1,000 true fans that spend $100 each. And really, you just got to put yourself out there, kind of like what I'm doing with this YouTube channel. Even though this channel isn't really tied to the business I'm making, this is more documenting that. The goal is going to be 1,000 true customers that keep coming back within the next 2 years. And I think that's a realistic goal for pretty much any business. So again, I'm going to break out just some realistic revenue. And not realistic. I mean, this, like we said, that 2 million is a crazy goal that only 2% of businesses reach. A 5-year goal of 500,000, a 2-year goal of 100K, just as I mentioned, through having 1,000 true fans. Next year in 2026, my goal is to make 60K gross through e-commerce and retail. If you're still here watching the end of this speed run video, that's what my personal goal is going to be. Launch my first real product in the next 90 days. 30 days, I'm going to get my website built, all my social media stuff built, establish. I'm going to pick a marketing channel and just focus on one of them for now to bring those customers in. And then this week in specific, I'm going to build out all my social media profiles, get my stuff made. I still don't even really know the name of the company yet, and also start working on my website. So thanks for watching. Glad you're still here. Good luck setting your goals. I hope this was helpful for you.